Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you are here. In today's video, I am actually going down to Malahat Chalet, which is here on Vancouver Island. It's a lovely restaurant on top of a mountain pass. It's super amazing and scenic there. It's gonna be about an hour and a half's ride for me, and it's my first time going to that particular bike night, so I really don't know anybody, so let's go check things out. How amazing is that, you guys? Just look at it. If you ride, you should be here today. Also, can we appreciate this view? Isn't this amazing? So I may or may not have had a really good time, and I completely forgot to film anything beyond the one clip that you saw right before this one here. It was an amazing time, a super insanely hot day, which, gosh, I think we all appreciated it. But here I am going back home. So if you've never been to Vancouver Island, Canada, I really wanted to put it on your bucket list right now. Like, go grab a pen, grab a paper, or put it into your phone notes. You need to come here, but don't come before like the month of May, because we have kind of a rainy season happening between November to roughly March. Sometimes it goes a little bit longer, but when the nice season starts, it's amazing. And we tend to have quite a long riding season because we don't get much snow here and it doesn't get really cold. It's absolutely incredible. Bikers come here from all over the place just to ride on our twisty roads. I mean, the road that you see right now on my video, that one is what we call the island highway. There's technically only like one main highway on this island. This island is really, really huge. I think there's, gosh, 800,000 people here, and it takes, I think, about 8 hours to get from one end to the other when you drive. So it's by no means a small island, but there is one sort of a main connector that goes from, one end of the island to the other, and that's the one I am on currently. As you can see, there's all these lookout points to the side. I'm so sorry that my camera didn't capture any of the ocean views and everything, but to my right here is an amazing view. If you ever start your trip from Victoria, BC, this place is roughly about 15-20 minutes north, and it's unbelievably scenic. You're just in the middle of the nature practically the entire time, with the exception of a couple towns that you're gonna be going through. Back to the bike night topic. Okay, I ended up going down there with a lady that I have ridden with once last year sometime. She's incredible, she's amazing. But once we actually got to the chalet, we ended up meeting a whole bunch of other bikers from all over the island. It's just the coolest thing, right? It's like, as long as you have two wheels, as long as you ride, it's like you're instantly friends. I just think the biker community is so cool for that. I really don't know any other interest kind of groups that connect so quickly and in such friendly ways right out of the gate. It's amazing. And like, I'm such an introvert, you guys, and especially as an adult, I find that it can be a little bit hard to make new friends sometimes, just because I feel kind of shy. But once I get talking, like, there's no stopping me. So I'm kind of weird that way, but this biker community and whole motorcycling journey has been so cool for that, because I feel like I just want to be friends with everybody and they want to be friends with me, and everybody's happy. So that's how that bike night went. It was amazing. The food was so good. If you are ever in the area, please visit this place. You're gonna get an incredible ocean view, great scenery. There's a high likelihood, even if it's not the bike night, that there's gonna be bikers there, because it's just on the way. up island, and bikers love to stop there. And these two bikers are my two new friends. Woo. They went to like 30 kilometers over the speed limit, so like I didn't really want to participate in that, but I don't judge anyone. Everybody can do whatever. I've just had a few speeding tickets, only on my motorcycle, never in my car. But I've had a few speeding tickets, and I know that they start clocking you when you go 10 kilometers or more over, so I kind of try to keep it within the 10 because, yeah, I just don't want another ticket. I really don't want one. No thank you, I'll unsubscribe from that. But so here's the thing. So my Sport Glide is 2021. It's new. I officially got it. Oh my gosh, I have forgotten the date. It was, I know that I purchased it on the 15th of March, but I believe it took them about 2 weeks to actually deliver it to me. So roughly beginning of April is how long I've had the bike, and right now it's the beginning of June. So 2 months into it, and I've been trying to ride it as much as possible, but we've had some really crazy stormy rainy days in between, which, you know, I have no desire to go out when it's raining. I just, especially on a bike, it's just not enjoyable. I don't want to get wet. But there is that break-in period with any new motorcycle, and I've never owned a brand new motorcycle before. I've always had used ones. So it's been kind of an interesting experience with this Harley, seeing how everything is sort of softening up and everything is getting smoother. As of yesterday, once I got home, I hit 1,241 kilometers. I don't know how much it is in miles. I'm so sorry, my American friends. I have no idea. I was born and raised in Europe, so everything is like in like centimeters and meters and kilometers and, you know, Celsius. But I find that everything is just, I don't know, I guess I'm getting used to the bike now as well. I mean, I thought I was used to it after the first week, but things sort of keep shifting around and moving, and, you know, I'm sort of becoming one with the bike. I'm getting to really know it well, and I love the process. It is really, really cool. And I was told to go in for my first service at 1,500 kilometers, so I'm less than 400 kilometers away from it. So it's one day trip, you know, not even a full day, and I'm gonna be there. So I definitely have to start thinking about the first service and getting it booked in, because I kind of like to hit the, you know, the service intervals according to whatever the manufacturer is recommending. Same with my car. I just feel like, okay, then it's done, then I have nothing to worry about. Nobody can ding me for a warranty if there should be any issues. But that being said, so if you have watched my previous videos, I've added a couple different things to my bike to make it more comfortable, and I have more coming. So, like, I literally don't know any biker that keeps their bike as it comes from the store, like all stock. And I thought I would. I honestly thought, I was like, oh, this is really nice, I'm just gonna keep it, it's gonna be great. Well, that didn't last long. So my Harley came with a little teeny 1-inch, I don't even know how you can call it, the windscreen, but that's technically what it was. This little 1-inch thing of my fairing, and it created a lot of noise, a lot of wind on my chest as I was riding, and it was really uncomfortable on the highway. Within the city, it was totally fine. At lower speeds, it was perfect. You feel the wind on your face, whatever, it was great. But any higher, like highway speeds, it was really, really annoying. And also really exhausting. I found that I was getting tired a lot more easily just because I had to fight the wind so hard. So I added a 10-inch Freedom Shields windshield to my existing fairing, and I love it. It makes the world of a difference. A few of you who watched my windscreen installation video, you were asking if I get a lot of buffeting, if there's a lot of issues with the wind after installing the taller windshield. And there's honestly nothing that bothers me whatsoever. Clearly there is still like wind because you're outside on a motorcycle in the open air. But nothing that bothers me. It's a massive improvement over the little 1-inch joke that I like to call it the joke that this bike originally came with. So highly recommended. Also, Freedom Shields had an amazing customer service. They delivered on time, kept their promises, and their price point was unbelievable compared to some of the other companies out there that I was considering. So highly recommended. This is not sponsored. I just want to give a shout out to good people. The next thing, what else have I done? Okay, I ordered myself a Saddleman seat. That one hasn't arrived yet because I wanted custom white stitching to go with the bike. But the stock seat, as comfortable as it seems for like a little 10-15 minute ride, anything longer than that, like I literally cannot feel my butt cheeks. It's unbelievable. So the Saddleman is coming, should be here in a couple of weeks. I'm really looking forward to that one. And the other thing that I was originally excited about, like my previous bikes have had floorboards, and with the floorboards in some of the curves you're gonna scratch them, you're gonna scrape them, you know. I've done it a couple of times and it's completely freaked me out because, you know, you just don't expect it, and it causes some extra vibration, and like it's just not fun, especially if you're going a little bit faster. So I was excited that the Sport Glide came with foot bags. I was like, oh, this is gonna be nice for a change and whatever. But I'm finding that the foot bags make the bottoms of my feet numb because of also the forward controls on this bike. Your feet are kind of more forward, and I find that I'm kind of pushing down, I guess, on the bottom of my feet while I'm riding to kind of keep the riding position, but the bottoms of my feet get so numb. I'm like, such a disaster. So I'm in this Sport Glide owners group on Facebook, and everybody was recommending these Koryakin mini floorboards. So I have those on order, and I'm really excited for that because I have another longer trip coming up in 3 weeks. So fingers crossed that my Saddleman is gonna be here and the floorboards are gonna be here. So yes, I am going back to floorboards, but they're gonna be like the mini ones. I believe they're just 5 inches long. So I think it's gonna be a great kind of a change. And one more thing for now is gonna be, I'm gonna add these little 2-inch handlebar risers, keeping my existing handlebars and everything, but I find that kind of leaning forward, it's kind of a funny position that you're in when riding a Sport Glide. I find that it becomes hard on the neck, especially if you ride for like 3, 4, 5 hours in a day. It's becoming really uncomfortable. So based on recommendations and things like that, they say that, you know, instead of switching out the entire handlebar deal, just try the risers. And I think I found them for like $27 on eBay, so not much money lost if they don't work. But I'm excited to try those out because they are supposed to be effectively pushing me up into more of an upright position instead of leaning forward with my body as much. And while we're talking about like upgrades and add-on and customization and things like that, I think I'm gonna switch out my pipes. Not the whole system, I'm not gonna do a stage one or anything like that, keyword yet. But I think I've decided on the Tab Performance Zombie slip-ons. I think that's what I'm gonna do. They sound really good. I hope that they're not gonna be insanely loud. I hope that the sound clips that I've seen on YouTube are like accurate. But that's the one thing I thought I would never change on this bike is the exhaust. And I know it sounds crazy because that's what everybody changes first. But it was such a big sound difference from my Yamaha, which had the Cobra slip-ons, to this bike here. But I find that now that I have ridden quite a bit, and I don't know if it's also because the bike is breaking in, it's kind of quiet. So that's, I think, another thing that I'm gonna add to my list, and I'm gonna do it sooner rather than later. So lots of fun things happening. Keep an eye on my YouTube channel, because I try to show you everything that I do with this bike, and take you along on some rides and things like that as well, to show you the places around here, and just kind of take you along on my journey. Something that I am so looking forward to, as long as the weather cooperates, I want to take you guys along on a ride with me to a town called Port McNeill in about 3 weeks time, towards the end of June. There's about 17, 18 ladies that are all planning on riding up there together. It's very scenic, it's beautiful, it's kind of a lot more wild than my area of the island. So I'm really looking forward to it, and hoping that the weatherman is going to send us really good weather. But thank you for being here today. Please be sure to subscribe so that you can keep an eye on what I'm doing, my rides, my bike customizations, and who knows what else. Thank you for being here. See you again next time.